What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? Hope we're doing all right, as usual. All right, as usual. Today is Friday, and we are Friday at 9. You guys know by now, Fridays at 9. That is our Friday stream, and today we're gonna be playing some AoE 2 on ranked because it's been a while since we've had a dedicated AoE 2 stream, and it was just an easy go-to. It was an easy go-to, you know. I've been doing a lot of chill streams lately. I haven't had too many themes or too many anything, and I figure if we're gonna do a chill stream, we might as well play a little. We might as well do a little gaming. Might as well do a little gaming. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do that. We're also gonna take a look at Stream Stars and see how that's working. We of course have. Just give me one moment. I gotta on discombobulate myself. If is the opposite of discombobulating to combobulate? What is that a thing? Does anyone know? I don't know. I'm wondering that myself. But anyway, um, we have we have Stream Stars, and we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take a look at some of the people on here. I know Joke just right out the gate. I know Joke thought this was Creature. I thought this was fucking Creature, and everybody's like, I want to be on Fish Tank here. Hey guys, I'm gonna be on Fish Tank, guys. Have you heard of Fish Tank? I want to be on that. I'm gonna be on that. Hey, you see my punching bag? My punching bag. Oh, hey, I have a punching bag. Look, it's a punching bag. Cause we box. Eric, like, there's so many people who are doing that shit. So many fucking people who are doing that shit. It's just, it's sort of funny to see. It's sort of funny to see, you know. Good luck to everybody who's doing Stream Stars. All right, I'm like on the fence. I'm like 50-50 as to whether or not I'm gonna say fuck it and see if I can sneak through. As you can see, I have. Oh, at least I had earlier when I clicked on it. Seems like it might be taking a minute. Either that or it's not. It's not gonna let me. Either way, a little bit earlier. Seems like it's not working right now, but I had the audition option, and technically I'm not supposed to be streaming on there, but also Jimmy streamed, Bert streamed, Oddbot is live right now, so there's kind of a piece of me that's like, all right, fuck it, I'll piss Jet off once. Well, probably wouldn't be the first time I pissed the man off, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Bottom line, but good luck to all those people who are doing it. I have no idea who is going to take it. We'll see who takes it. But if there's one thing I can say, it's that I don't ever want to hear. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit about me on Fish Tank ever again. You got these fuckers. They're like, oh, it's my chance to be on Fish Tank. Oh, dude, I better go all out. And what are they doing? They're. Oh, wow, balloons. Dude, wow, balloons. Oh, wow. Dude, it's my chance to be on Fish Tank. I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna be on Fish Tank. I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't ever want to hear shit. I don't want to hear jack shit about boxing's boring. Scott has no presence. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. God damn it! Shut up! Shut up, man. No, but honestly, like, good luck to everybody. I'm interested to see what comes out of this. It's weird. It like there's almost something IP2 or whatever Ice Poseidon's thing is. It IP2 or IP3? There's almost like something reminiscent of that. Except this is just straight up. This is just straight up a what is it? This is a competition. This is a contest. Oh, damn, I keep doing that. I just realized he's in a fucking garage. Dick Kickham, one of the guys who created Garage Gang, which I'm the I'm the mascot for Garage Gang. He said that this is apparently him. I don't know how true that is. I haven't actually confirmed with him. I should probably hit him up and ask him about that. But GG4L, all right, you guys better if this dude right here is the Dick Kickem, you better be voting for him. All right, he's got my vote, sir. He's got my vote. How's it going, Scott? I'm stuck on campus with nothing to do. Damn, that sucks, bro. Why do you have nothing to do on the campus? Is there just nobody else around, or are you just not into like, whoa, college experience? Are you not into the college experience, bro? Whoa, it's a good thing if you're not into the college experience. Keep your head down, keep your mouth shut. Don't be fucking them hoes, or if you're a chick, pretty sure you're a dude, but if you happen to be a chick, don't be fucking any of those dudes, and just keep your head down and do your work, do your work, damn it. They locked me in the editing suite with a granola bar and a bottle of water. Oh, what are you rushing a fraternity? What are you rushing for a fraternity? Pledging or whatever the fuck it's called? Pledging for a frat. Is that what you're doing? Oh man. Was there some dude raising chickens in his house on stream? That's crazy. If so, I have no clue. There's quite a few people streaming right now too. So like, I'm not seeing any chickens from the thumbnails. Oh yeah, Dracolad also used to watch my stuff too before I fell off. So we're low key supporting him too. Yeah, I ain't seeing any sort of that shit. I might, by the way, oh yeah, Aperture too. I might also have to get up in a little bit because I might have to go talk to somebody real quick, just to say a couple of words to him. So if I gotta go, I might just pull one of these guys up. I might just pull one of these guys up and be like, hey, watch their shit. It's okay, you can watch their shit, bro. Oh man. But hold on. I might actually have to get up and go now. Okay. Yeah, I gotta get up and go now, but have some odd bod while I'm gone.
Pretty much anything he says.
Right.
It's
I'll be right
hard
back.
to understand but like that guy, holy shit, he is speaking the king's English for sure.
I'm gonna mute my mic as well.
Lou is awesome. I'm not that shit.
He needs to get a job.
He does have a job. He works as Oddbod's mod.
That's not a job. It is. Oddbod doesn't need moderators. I thought you were free speech, Oddbod. What the fuck? Got mods?
No.
Crazy.
Lou is your mod.
No. I haven't got any mods.
Is Lou Cindy?
No, Cindy's her own person.
No.
Do you promise?
But dude, you saw it live. It was a magic trick.
Okay, the tranny is beating you. This is crazy. You gotta do something. Someone has to do something about this.
It's PhD is bot thing. I promise.
No, the tranny has more viewers right now. There's no way that people are watching this fucking thing. Look at this fucking thing, man.
Yeah, hate watching. You got gooners, you got hate watchers, you got gooners.
No,
Gooners.
Yeah.
He looks like an MMA fighter. Who's gooning to that? Like those really manly MMA fighter women. They definitely are trannies, but no one's speaking up. That's what it looks like. Poorly. Yeah. Well, it was talking about MMA and beating up girls earlier, which is really weird.
Yeah, she was threatening, what's the name? The one of the other girls. Was,
Yeah, that girl that looks like she had a stroke and has like facial drooping. Yeah, she was like
Yeah.
threatening that fucking thing.
Fuck is that?
There's just so many just disgusting, ugly people on here. It's just crazy. Not you, Bud. You're handsome.
oh, thank you.
You like what do you like? The clown man?
No, the clown man.
He's badass.
Where's that? Let me look.
Wacky the clown, he's badass.
Wacky the clown. Let me look. Let's see. No, this guy sucks. No.
He's badass.
Okay. So 100 views, he smashes a guitar. Who cares? No one cares about his. No one cares about his fucking Walmart guitar that he's gonna smash.
I was not expecting Gattershai to show up.
I've got to say,
This guy's like not even fat, and he had like, what the fuck is this?
Alright, we're
I
good.
was not expecting.
I
to
went
see
outside
Gattershai on
because. Hold on.
That's
First
badass.
off, look at what they did to my boy here. Hold up.
Gattershai.
Hold up.
Why aren't you up here?
Sorry, one sec. Look at what they did to my boy. Oh, he's ugly. He's ugly. He looks like a rat. Oh, you're an ugly boy. You're an ugly boy. He's an ugly boy. Oh, good boy, good boy, good boy. Hello. They had to fucking shave him because his shit was too long, you know. Anyway. Oh, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy. I love him so much, even though he's ugly. Ah, fuck. I got these things kicking around. Fucking. I got these to store the water from the Rappahannock River in. Got it. Fucking, I am all discombobulated. So I apologize for that. But yeah, I got these things to store water from the Rappahannock River. And I don't know if you can see, but there's dirt in there. You know? There's dirt from the river. Which is you know, kind of funny. But anyway, yeah, so I got my car repaired, right? Finally, like, I'm pretty sure it's good to go. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't gotta fucking drive rental cars and shit like that. And you know, I can hopefully put this chapter behind me. This was kind of I've kind of had a shitty start to the year in a couple of different ways. And one of the big things that's been fucking me around for this last month or so is the fact that I was waiting to get my car fixed, you know? And sorry. I see I'm in the piss zone, so I'm like, fuck, I wanna take care of that. Anyway, yeah, bottom line, like, I had a shitty start to the year. Part of that, in fact, a large part of that was me ending up like without a car. My car had some damage done to it, and because of that, I was just like fucking. I was stressing, bro. I was stressing like a motherfucker, you know. And it's just terrible, you know. I brought in my former instructor to watch how terrible our short film was, and he called the production team a bunch of retards. Is his words. Been spending the last 3 days living in the editing suite trying to fix it. Oh, fuck. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Hold on one sec. Sorry. Like I started streaming at kind of a weird time because I'm waiting for my car to get fixed. It's fixed. But then I also wanted to go out and like shake hands with the dude that fixed my car and be like, thank you. Just want to make sure it's all good now. We're not going to have to deal with any more bullshit. Okay, great. Thank you so much, dude. You know, peace, right? But now we're talking over WhatsApp, so I'm gonna mute my mic real quick, just for 2 seconds. Testing, testing. All right, we're good. Yeah, like I'm so relieved. I'm so fucking relieved because this saga has just been so fucking stupid. And you know, I'm just sitting here. I'm still trying to get this shit figured out because the front bumper is like fucked. Like it can't be repaired. But it's just the front bumper. So it's like whatever, who cares, right? But I also want to make sure that I can drive it without having to worry, you know? Oh, excuse me. But um yeah, it was just a shit show, man. Like dealing with Brazilians, like I love my wife, I love my family, and you know, I have a soft spot for Brazilians. Oh, excuse me. Um, I appreciate them as a people. They tend to be warm and pretty easy to talk to. Sometimes even a little bit too friendly, right? Like the kind of friendly you get uncomfortable with, where it's like, all right, dude, I told you I'm all good. I don't need a beer, bro. I'm not trying to drink a beer. I got to drive in a half hour. I don't want to drink a beer. They keep on trying to force alcohol or something like that on you. That shit can get like nerve wracking and annoying. But one of the things that is like real bad, if I'm just being honest with you, there's something fucking caught in my eye now. One of the things that's real bad is that they're just a little too that. They're a little too that. They're a little too, hey man, it's all good. Hey, relax. I got this. I got this. It's all good. Hey, chill out. And it's like, no, it's not all good. You know, maybe in Brazil it's all good. Maybe in Brazil you can explain to your boss, hey boss, I crashed my car. I won't be here for probably like two. I don't even know. I don't even know. But um, like it in America, it's not like that. You know, it's just two different cultures. In America, it's work. You got to always be going forward. If you crash your car, it's not just that you crashed your car and you got to deal with it. It's that you crashed your car and now your entire life is skidding backwards, you know? Um, and it was, you know, it's just crazy. It's just fucking crazy. It's also like a personal responsibility thing, you know, like another thing, and it's all kind of related. It's all kind of related, but one thing I can't stand is when somebody is incapable of recognizing their fault in a situation. Like the other day, my car got towed. The car that just got fixed like 5 minutes ago. That car got towed because it was sitting in my parking lot for 4 weeks. 4 weeks, basically untouched for the most part, right? And there's other reasons than that that led to it getting towed, right? And it's not like completely and totally their fault or my fault or anyone's fault, other than actually my apartment complex. But um, like the bottom line is that thing was towed because it was sitting there forever. It looked like it was abandoned and it didn't have some registration shit that I didn't even know I needed to have. My apartment complex didn't tell me that I needed to have it on my car. So my shit gets towed, and I end up having to pay an extra $300. So not only do I have to pay to get this thing fixed, I also have to pay to get rental cars, and then now on top of that, I'm getting an extra $300 charge. It's like, fuck, man. And the reason why I'm sitting here, like, actually, it was their fault, right? They do share blame in that, right? Because fucking what happened is they gave me parts to order. I ordered the parts. One of the parts was wrong. It was for a different version of my car. They didn't know that. So we get the part. I'm just like, oh, that's not the part? You told me to order that. Okay, I guess now I got to return that part. So now I'm out $150 until I can return that shit, right? Bottom line, right? Bottom line, because I'm kind of venting here, and I shouldn't vent. I should just get straight to the point. You are responsible for wasting someone's time, right? When you fuck up, that fuck up is not just a, hey man, it's all good. Hey, don't worry, man, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, relax. I got it, bro. I got it. It's not just that. It's literally, yo, my life is skidding backwards every day that I don't have that car. My life is not going in this direction anymore. It's going in that direction, right? And you're sitting here saying you want to be helped, but you're actually being hurt. And I am the one who has to deal with when you fuck something up, you know? And then after multiple fuck ups on the end of people who are not me, all of a sudden my shit gets towed. And it's like, fuck, man, you know? You're responsible for one, the people that you introduce your friends to. Like, if I know there's a guy who's not that reliable, I should not introduce my friends to him. I seriously think that's something that Sam did. I think that Sam is protective of his guys. I think Sam, before he introduced me to Jet and Ben and you know Joey was there when I met them. You know, and Julian, you know, Big Flame. I think he scoped me out. I think the first session or two, I think it was, of boxing, I think he was kind of reading me and trying to make sure that I wasn't a fucking freak, so that if he was gonna bring me around his boys, he wouldn't have to worry that I'm gonna be like trying to like dick ride his friends or like do some other weird shit that's gonna put them in some kind of danger, or that's gonna like seriously put them in a spot where they're backpedaling, where their lives are doing that, right? Um, like if I was a freak like that and Sam introduced me to like Jet and I fucked Jet over, Sam would have been partially responsible for that. And because of that, he was real careful about making sure that I wasn't a freak like that before he allowed me to like even be in the same room as Jet and Julian and you know all that shit, right? Um there's a lot of people out there who don't understand that. There's a lot of people out there who don't realize that when you vouch for someone, when you take two people and put them in the same room, you're saying, hey, on my honor, I don't think either of you are going to fuck the other guy over. I think you both are going to be reliable, and I think you're going to be a benefit to each other. And if that's not the case, then damn, that was a dishonorable thing on my part. Doesn't mean it was all. Doesn't mean it was. Oddbod's trying to vomit right now. Oh, Oddbod just vomited. Oddbod just threw up. I, I, I still had his stream up. I still have his stream up. I just see him with his fingers down his throat like that, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Holy shit. Anyway, what's going on? Yo, what's going on, e-girl farts? How you doing, man? Fucking you guys will probably be off by the time I'm done with this, but if you're still on, I'll jump in for a game or two. And I'm still down for tomorrow as well. If you and the other gentleman, the other gentleman in our secret society are still gonna be playing some AoE tomorrow. Um, excuse me. They delivered my shark suit, nicest piece of fish tank merch they've made. Nice. That's pretty good to hear. I almost got a shark suit, but I was like, nah, fuck it, because I have tons of shit that I don't like wear in my closet. It's literally just memorabilia shit, you know. I still have the cage. Jacket, you know. The other guys in the SS, yes sir, yes sir. I'll probably be done around like 9, 10, like probably between 11 and midnight. And even then, actually, I might have to go to bed right after that because I do gotta be up early. But I mean, if I feel like I can swing it, and if you guys are still on, I'll go ahead and I'll jump in for a game. But don't wait up for me or anything like that. That's don't do that. Don't do that, sir. Um, but yeah, like what I was talking about, right, is like a lot of people just don't have honor anymore, and it's really dumb talking about honor because it's kind of become like a loaded term. I mean, it's become like Facebook trashy towny talk, you know? Like you see 40-year-old women who never left their hometown talking like that on Facebook, trying to pretend like they're living an episode of like Days of Our Lives or something like that, you know? Like potentially on perks, you know, or some other kind of pills, that type of shit, right? Um, it's you know, it's it's a weird thing, but the fact of the matter is, like, a lot of people don't have a sense of honor and like duty and justice anymore, and because of that, like, they'll know that somebody is either like unreliable or maybe even a little bit of a snake, and they'll bring that person into like a group of people. They'll be like, "Hey, this is James. This is James here," and James will be like a thief, and they'll know that, and James will start stealing from that group of people. And when everyone's like, "Yo, why the fuck did you bring that dude around?" They're like, "Hey man, don't look at me. Don't look at me, bro." And it's like, you knew he was a thief and you brought him around. What the fuck are you doing? You know? And again, like, to kind of use like a cringe like Martin Scorsese boomer thing, right? Like, in the mafia, they're not gonna look at the guy who brought in the snitch, right? If some dude introduced like a federal informant to a one of the crime families in like New York or something like that, they're not gonna look at the guy who introduced the Fed and be like, "Oh, well, it's not like you knew. It's not your fault. It's all good. It ain't your fault. Whatever. Who cares?" No, they're gonna be like, "All right, so the Fed is the Fed. The guy who introduced him, that dude's got to go." That's literally, if you watch oh man, I forget damn why, oh fuck, because this is actually a really good movie. It's got Johnny Depp in it. It's got Al Pacino, just like every other Scorsese movie, right? But it was about oh man, fuck, why am I, the dude, Johnny Depp plays an FBI informant who infiltrates the mob, and it was based on a true story. I forget what the movie's called, and it's killing me, dude. You know what? Fuck it, right? And when I see it, when I see the name, I'm gonna be like, damn it, Of course, the first thing that pops up is Black Mass, which is a very good movie. Donnie Brasco. Donnie Brasco is the movie. It was Donnie Brasco. Yeah, like in Donnie Brasco, Lefty Two Guns, the guy who brought in Donnie Brasco, he was literally going to be killed. He was like on his way to go to the hit. He knew time was up. He literally was like, "Okay, they're gonna kill me. I know it. I'm just gonna go there. I'm gonna face death like a man." And the cops picked him up on the way to get killed in the movie. I don't know if that was real life, but like in the movie, they're showing you like what would have happened in real life. They would have killed that guy, right? And I'm a little disjointed explaining it right now because like I'm still up here with that shit, man. I'm still just in like a kind of mind state. E-girl farts. I don't know if he's still here, but I was playing AoE the other night and I was drinking on a fucking Tuesday night because that's how uptight I was. I was like, fuck it, I'm taking a drink. I don't give a shit, man. It was just fucking dumb, man. This last month has been dumb. And I'm trying to tell you guys like the things, the social commentary, because I am a social commentator after all, just like Vosh, just like Vosh, just like Hassan Piker. I'm like a ginger Hassan Piker. I'm like a ginger Hassan Piker over here, giving my social hot takes and stuff like that. Fucking it's just annoying. It's just annoying, bottom line. And I was trying to tell you guys like all the things that was wrong with it, Anyway, thoughts on ADL ending? I'm glad Shotty was there for it. I didn't watch ADL. And that wasn't like a diss on John or anything like that. That was not a diss on John, me not watching ADL. There was a point where I didn't even really watch as much Fish Tank as I would have. I just didn't have time when season 3 was going on. I definitely watched it, and I watched quite a bit of it, but especially as it got closer and closer to the end, I just got busier and busier. I was just doing more and more stuff, and because of that, I couldn't watch. So like I have no idea how ADL went. I wish John nothing but the best. You know, if he hit me up, I'd still get back to him, obviously, right? I'm not gonna like, oh, he beefed with a guy who was, he beefed with the guy who let me on 2.5 seasons of Fish Tank. That's it. No more John, you know, like, no, fucking, whatever. John hits me up, I'm gonna say hello, you know? The ending was all over X. Shocked you didn't see it. LOL. Worth a watch. What was the ending specifically? I saw some dude shoved Shoddy and this other chick over. I saw that. I don't know if that was part of the ending or not, but you know. LMAO, you gotta see, man. All right. Maybe we'll pull that up before we get into our first game here. I'm gonna search ADL ending, and I'm gonna end up on a fucking list of theirs. ADL ending. All right, here we are. Here we are. Wait, did I see fucking? Oh, yay, swastika shirt. Okay. Oh, you Kanye doing Nazi shit? Oh, all right. Tell me something I don't know. Oh man. Somebody said something about fighting shit that I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, bum ass Natan Levy has been cut. He'll probably go the influencer route. Oh yeah. Watch out for Matan. Watch out for Natan Levy on what? What? Watch out for Natan Levy on Oh man. Anyway, watch out for Natan Levy on Misfits fighting influencers. Like 100%. Smart moron. That was a smart take, not a moron take. Natan Levy is going to be doing influencer boxing probably if he even decides to fight. Chances are what he'll do is he'll probably like I could literally see him trying to do like the predator poachers shit, like the at home to catch a predator shit, but for like Nazis instead, right? I could see him trying to make something of that because when he is down, he's going to try and go back to the well. And what do people know him for most of all? They don't know him for being a UFC fighter. They don't even know him for the Ultimate Self-Defense Challenge. Do you guys even know what the Ultimate Self-Defense Challenge is? Fucking probably not. Exactly. What people know Natan Levy for is for being the guy who beat up that ginger kid from last year. You know? That untrained ginger kid that he ended up beating up, you know? Like, that's what Natan Levy is known for. So he'll probably try his best to find other dudes who are like Nick Fuentes guys, or maybe they're even just like conservatives who are like, well, I mean, hey, I don't care about what Israel's doing over there one way or the other. And because it's not explicit, co-signing or like support for Israel, he's gonna be like, oh well, he's a Nazi, he doesn't like Israel, like he'll end up trying something like that. It wouldn't surprise me. Like I'm not saying this because it's like I'm even trying to make fun of him, right? I think it's literally that he'll probably be like, okay, what's the next step here? I was never really that dedicated to the UFC. I don't know if I want to go back. I mean, influencer boxing might pay me quite a bit, and then maybe I can also do more punching Nazis videos and shit like that. Of course, not Scott Sullivan though. The guy who's called me out on numerous occasions. I'm gonna pretend like that guy doesn't exist. I've gone after dudes with even less clout and training than him before. It's totally fine by me. But that Scott Sullivan guy, no. I don't, no. I'm not saying he like knows who I am like acutely, right? I'm not saying he's like, oh yeah, Scott Sullivan, that's a fish tank boxing guy. Isn't it? Like, no. I'm not even saying like I'm someone he would probably like 100% recognize, but I guarantee you he would probably see me or like my account and he would be like, oh, why does this dude look familiar? Oh shit, this guy has called me out before and I completely ignore it every time. this guy calls me out and I pretend like I don't see it. Oh, okay. I better not mess with this dude. I better not mess around. I better not mess around, you know. All right, here we are. Oh, yeah. I muted Sean D's sarcasm because he's a bitch. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Gotta put him. All right, so apparently this is the ending of ADL, American Dude Lodge. Did he say fat chasing? Did she say fat chasing? What? Oh, hold up. What? She's just like she's looking at me. She's looking at me how I look at fucking like the bakery section at the grocery store. She's got that dead stare of just like I'm sitting here looking at cannolis like that. I'm like, damn, bro. Shotty, you're a little bit light-skinned to be saying that. You're a little bit light-skinned to be saying that. You know, I think you have about as much claim to that as me. Oh. Oh, wow. What? Yo, this is... Oh, man. This is fucking... Who's this is the ending? Did it just cut there? Did it just cut to black? Did it smash cut to black after that? Is that like the ending? There was nothing else after that? That was fucking chaos. Let's watch that one more time. This, like, I talked about IP2 or whatever it's called, IP3. I forget if it's IP2 or IP3, and nobody ever corrects me. I was talking about, like, oh, you know, it's kind of funny how, like, there's streaming on the site now, and you have a bunch of randos, and, you know, it almost feels like IP whatever-esque. This is, like, exactly the kind of content you would expect. This is like an RV stream from fucking Only Use Me Blade or something like that. What is hold on, like, what is the jacket is what I want to know. Is that supposed to be like a trench coat, or is that I don't get what the deal with this is. See, my original thought was that this was like a fake fight or something like that because they didn't immediately start throwing punches, and this is a mistake that people make when they go to fight somebody. Is like they get into a pushing and shoving match before they start throwing punches. You don't push somebody unless you're immediately gonna follow up with punches or like some other kind of offensive maneuver. You know, you also don't grab because like I've seen this happen to so many people where it's like because they're unfamiliar with violence and because they're almost waiting for like a go or like just some other kind of sign that says like, hey, it's appropriate to hit here. Instead of balling up a fist and throwing a punch, they're just like, huh, huh, and they like try and like jostle the person around and stuff like that. It's so bizarre, you know, it's so weird. And up until the punches started flying, which you have this dude over here, trench coat, fucking trying to like almost like he's knocking on a door on this dude's head, you know? And then Shoddy in the middle of it. There is something funny about seeing Shoddy just like in the middle of it. Are they all drunk right now? Are they all drunk right now? So right now, Trenchcoat, he has mount position, and Shoddy has double underhooks in the mount, which is usually not advisable unless you're in a situation where you're trying to avoid being punched. But even then, it's like there's better things to do than to hug around the torso and try and keep your head in close, you know? Um, what Trenchcoat should be doing is he should be taking the forearm and putting it on Shoddy's jaw, even maybe under the nose, and pushing down while trying to posture up. And when he does that, he's going to make himself too big, and he's going to put too much leverage on Shoddy's head and neck for her to be able to keep this going, right? And then he'll be able to posture up and do whatever he needs to do. Boom. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. You know, like it literally would have been better if they were just allowed to fight. Well, you know, content-wise, it would have been content, but I do think, speaking from a content generation standpoint, this is like, this is pretty fucking wild. It's pretty wild. But when it comes to a fight like that, women don't make fights better. They only make fights worse. And Shoddy and what's her face? I don't know her name. You know, the chocolate queen, the Nubian princess over there. Um, they really only have themselves to blame in a certain sense with the whole like falling over each other thing. You know, obviously like that dude straight up shoved her away. I'm not a big fan of that move, but you know, it is what it is. But women should not be getting involved in those situations because they quite literally just make them worse. My wife knows never under any circumstances to ever get involved if I am like in a spot like that with somebody, you know. She knows to get away and call the police. Those are the two things that she does if there is ever a situation where I end up getting into a fight is get away, call the police. That's it. That's it. You know, doesn't matter who's right, who's wrong. Doesn't matter if I'm being ridiculous, if the other guy's being ridiculous. We'll figure that out later. All right, we'll figure that bullshit out later. All right. Right now, your immediate safety, meaning my wife's, and my immediate safety is the number one and only priority. And if she's trying to get in the middle of me and some other guy, she is not safe, and I am not safe. So it's a situation where she's trying to keep the peace because peace means safety, but she's really just making it harder for the both of us to stay safe. The other guy is not in any danger because he doesn't have a bitch trying to hold him down and shit like that, you know? It like literally, I shit you not, if my wife was to get involved in a fight that I was in, I would literally rather her grab the other guy. I would literally rather her try to tie up the other guy's arms and things like that, right? And I would rather her not get involved at all. But if she was going to get involved, if she had to get involved, I would want it to be she tries to sit here distracting and gumming up the works for the other guy. right? She goes over to him, starts trying to be like, sir, please, no. Tries grabbing the other dude and shit like that. That way I have the upper hand. Like I said, I would never want my wife to be involved in a situation like that. Number one priority is get to safety, call the police, right? Um, but like if she had to, that's what she would like. That's what she should do for all intents and purposes. I've never had that conversation with her, right? But I have told her why I am so adamant that she needs to stay out of that shit. You know, because women never make those situations any better. At best, they just add to the chaos and they bring everyone's blood pressure up by another 10 to 20%, which just means that if there wasn't going to be a fight, if it was just going to be two guys peacocking, well, now it's not because both guys are stressed and they don't want to look like a bitch in front of the ladies, whether it's my lady or the other guy's lady. Nobody wants to look like a bitch in front of the ladies, right? So women need to like get the fuck out of there, you know. And it hasn't like happened, but I've literally been in situations where like I'm driving a car. There's a spot where it's like I got to an entrance first, but this guy sped up to try and beat me, and now we're both like in the entrance watching each other. It's like a fucking Mexican standoff. And I'm sitting here like ready to hop out the car and fight this dude. And my wife knows to not even try and talk me out of that, right? She knows to just sit there and be quiet, and if it comes down to it, to get out the car and go. And in that situation that I'm referring to, I literally sat there like, yo, I'm gonna get out this fucking car. Do you have any objections with that? And she was like, do whatever you want. And in that moment, because she told me, do whatever you want, you're in charge, I was able to, I was already sitting, but I was able to sit down and think for a half a second and realize, okay, I'm not afraid of this guy. I know I'm gonna beat the hell out of him if I do get out of the car, but should I be getting into a fight with my wife present? Should I be putting her in that situation where she has to lock the doors inside the car and wait for me to get done and like hope that some weird shit doesn't happen or like some other bullshit, right? I probably shouldn't do that to her. I probably shouldn't allow myself to fall into that situation, right? Because that's what it is at the end of the day. Is a lot of these women, they're just like afraid, and instead of like keeping their mouths shut, they think that they like through female magic, through the divine feminine, they're gonna be the ones who are like, oh, actually no, this is stupid, and you men, you and your testosterone need to calm down. And they just create, like I said, they just create more chaos. They just scream, they yell, they put hands on the wrong people. They end up in a spot where like you as the good guy, if you want to call it that, you're like fuck, like here's my wife, I don't want her to get hurt, I got to keep an eye on her and make sure this guy doesn't try and hit me. What the fuck, right? um it always pisses me off to see situations like that. That's never a good thing. That's never a cool thing, you know. And Shoddy probably should have fucked off in that situation. Same thing with Chocolate Queen. Same thing with Chocolate Queen over there, you know. Um, but yeah, anyway, people need to realize you can't recreate Fish Tank. It's more than a show. It's a tight knit community. Um, well, I mean, there's going to be somebody who comes along someday and creates something that's, pretty damn close to as good as Fish Tank, using a model that is similar to that. You know, it wouldn't surprise me one bit. You know, I don't know though. A few hours before this, a contestant lost $1,000 in crypto under mysterious circumstances. That's pretty weird. What mysterious circumstances? Did he just check his phone and he's like, where'd my crypto? What? Where'd my crypto go? Is that what happened? Was he like, what? Huh? Well, but my crypto. Huh? Huh? Where crypto? Is that what happened? Hold on one sec. I gotta listen to this dude's voice message. All right. Yep. I'm good to go. I can finally drive my own fucking car again. Thank God. And I mean that. Thank God. That is such a load off my that's such a load off my back, but it's not even that much of a load off my back. I have way too much other shit that I have to do on top of that bullshit. But regardless. I made a cheesecake for my wife. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. I'm kind of proud of it. I'm kind of proud of it. We're gonna get to the AoE after this, you know. She left her phone unlocked in the production suite. Oof. Ouch. Oof. Ah, man. You know, I like, let's say season 4 comes around and they're like, Scott, you're gonna be a plant. Wouldn't happen. Just hypothetically, right? I trust Jet and Ben to not be looking through my phone. But if you think I'm not gonna have like my password set, if you think I'm gonna hand it to them unlocked, like, nah, that's not gonna happen. One sec. Bitches. My wife had a crazy week this week. It was like insane, you know? And she really likes cheesecake. So, I tried making a cheesecake. I decided to put chocolate chips on it as well. Hoping that it hoping it came out right, because I've never made cheesecake before. I purposefully made a cheesecake because she loves cheesecake, and I was like, hey, I want to do something nice for her, you know? All right. I was asking, did the water bath completely evaporate while you cooked it? What do you mean? I'm confused. That's why Sam makes people on fish tank box that have beef. I don't know. I think the boxing came about. I think the boxing came about by accident, but it became a large part of what fish tank is. You know. All right. Okay. All right. It's about that time now. It's about that time now. Turn this thing on out. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna play some AoEII. Some shmee shmo shmee. All right. Bada bing. Bada boom. Gonna play some schmranked. I played last night real quick. I dropped 2 in a row, so that's annoying. But you know, it is what it is. Sorry, I'm just, you know, looking at some stuff here. All right. Yeah, so we're on arena. I'm gonna go Celts. I'm gonna go Kelty boys.
Kia, Raboye.
Kid, bit dear.
We got cows. We got a bunch of moo cows.
Valgara.
What the fuck?
Raboya. Theotica.
Folgere, Edike.
So I've taken to a couple of new strategies, or just a couple of new actions that, you know, have kind of been like there's still a little bit of a disconnect, but I know that I'm gonna get used to it and I'm gonna be able to make it work fine. For one thing, I'm driving the game, meaning like I'm not like when I do go for those deer, I'm not sending villagers over to them. I'm taking my cavalry and I'm sending the deer to here, so that you know, because they run when you get too close to them. That way I can oh,
Kid, Kart. Bonus.
you know, I'm doing that. That way I can make sure that I'm getting as much game, as much hunt as I possibly can. You know, as quickly as I can, as quickly as I can. Oh.
Erlov. Raboye. Kid, Raboye. Bonus.
All right.
Erlev. Raboya. Raboya. Theotica.
See, one of the, you know, I'm kind of trying to dial in right now, so I'm not going to be as talkative, but one of the mistakes I've been making is I haven't been creating enough houses right out the gate. So I do 2 right away, then once I start on berries, I do 2, and that's enough to get me to the next stage, but it's not enough to get the 2 that I get in feudal age before I click up to castle, and because of that, I'm delaying myself even when I'm having like really good games and shit like that, you know. So I'm gonna try to make sure that I don't make that mistake again this time. Frank should be there in some form. Talking about segregated, yeah, I'll probably check out Greg. You know, it's like I said, it's tough for me to watch anything as of late. You know, I just have way too much going on. You know, maybe I'll tune in if I can. I would have tuned into ADL as well, but it's like I said, I just had too much going on. You know, it's not something that I was like, oh, I should definitely, like, excuse me, man, dadgum. It wasn't at the front of my mind, you know, is the issue. And are you saying Frank should be there, or as in, like, he should be there, it'd be bad if he wasn't, or do you mean, like, Frank should be there, like, he's probably gonna be there? Like, I'm wondering which one of those shoulds you mean.
Folgere, Selgere. To. Selgere. Erlov.
ADL wasn't watchable. I just happened to be there for the end at 5 a.m. Really? It was at 5 a.m.? It's not exactly prime time. 18 plus 4, that's 22, so I need 2 more.
Kia.
Kediga.
Alright, we're good to go.
Forgara.
So in that case,
Raboge. Raboge. Raboge.
there we go. No, Frank is casted. I just think they're in bunny suits or something. That's funny. I offered to do like a VR boxing match with Greg, but I think he gets the idea that I would need to be paid to do something like that. And I forget if I made it clear that I would just do that for free. You know, it's really like it's not some logistical like marvel for me to have to set up my VR headset again so that we can do some VR boxing on his stream, you know, for like a challenge or whatever. You know, it ain't, this shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Oh.
You know, so if that's something that he wants to do, I'm down. You know, he doesn't have to pay me for that. You know, I'd probably end up streaming it too.
Selgara. Forgara.
Gert.
Kia. To. Selgara. Erlov. Selgara. Kid. Kia.
All right, there we go.
Forgara. Raboge.
So we got 1. We're gonna need 2 in a second.
Erlov.
Fargara.
Ah, damn.
Kid.
I think I fucked up.
Theotica.
Yeah, shit. This guy's kind of far ahead of me right now. I have no clue what his game is. You know, he's so far ahead of me right now this early in the game. It would not surprise me one bit to find out he's gonna try and douche me, or some other like pussy move. You know, some other move that relies on like subverting what the game is about. You know, it wouldn't surprise me one bit. Maybe the VR stuff wasn't enough. Maybe. Trying to drive this thing the right way.
Kid. Selgara. Forgara. Kediga. Selgara.
Erlov. Raboge. 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 Theotica.
Kia. Selgara. To.
I'm thinking maybe I need to take a different approach to this shit. Ah, son of a bit. Ah, damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Kid. Selgara.
There we go.
Erlov. Kart. To.
See, like, it's at least a little bit better, you know? But I'm still not in good shape, you know? I'm still not where I should be, if we're being honest here. You know, it just kind of is what it is. Oh, well. Oh, well.
Kia. Theotica.
We are almost there, however. Oh, in fact, damn. See, what I'm trying to go for is a 15-minute castle age. I want to hit castle age by 15 minutes. I clicked up at 15. So, That is annoying. I'll probably go defensive castle because I don't know, because he's got quite a bit out even in feudal age, and I just want to be careful, you know. I don't even have enough for a castle yet, so I need to shift gears here, and hopefully I'll have enough for at least a castle, if not a castle and a TC. Yeah. See, I'm willing to bet he's gonna castle drop the fuck out of me right now. You know, it's not a good sign that he's 600 ahead of me in. Even if he is in castle age and I'm still in feudal, it shouldn't be that he shouldn't be that far ahead of me. You know.
Kid.
Oh.
Beat fear.
Yeah, switch these around. They are opposite of where they should be. Alright. I just want to get a castle up as quick as I can right now. Then I'll go there. Then I'll go ahead back to those two. The enemy is graping your villagers. Uh-oh.
Kia. Raboye. Beat fear.
Yeah, I'm even in castle now, and he's still 600 ahead of me. That's on the I ain't worried about a couple of what appeared to be unupgraded skirms. Yeah, fucking unupgraded skirmish. Oh no, wait. Does he have range? Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
Raboye. Raboye. Beat fear.
Another thing I'm trying to make. What the hell is that? Oh, okay. Another thing I'm trying to make sure I do is upgrade so that I can I get that +1 range. You know, that's a big piece for me. Aw, man. Whatever. Oh. I have a feeling he's probably already got that one, but I'll check. Alright, perfect.
Erlov. Raboye. Bunage. Forgere. Kart.
Go ahead and send them away just to get these guys ASAP. Get your asses back there. And, oh, he's doing the same fucking thing, huh? The same idea, huh?
Kid.
You bastard. You bastard. That's right. You bastard. In fact, you know what? Just in case, I will go ahead. Send these bad Larrys over there. 3 or 4 of those. Waiting on that.
Kid.
Also, I suppose I might as well, yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Guard. Tall. So he'll still probably win the he'll still probably win the relic fight, but as of right now, he doesn't have too much that he's gonna really be able to do anything with, to my understanding. Excuse me. What the damn it. Are you kidding me? What the hell happened? What did I have this dude run away right on time for the relic to get taken? There was a relic right there a minute ago. Uh-huh. That's a little nerve-wracking.
Erlov. Rob Wigger. Kia.
What the fuck are you doing, you idiot?
Oh. Bid fear.
Oh. I create one more battering. Oh.
Kia, Rob Wigger. Kid, Rob Wigger.
Use the market just a little bit, you know. Never hurt nobody. Never hurt nobody. It's weird when people say nobody like that. Nobody. Scott, did you see the political exchange in the White House today? Yeah, I did. As somebody who is, like, pro-Ukraine for the most part, it kind of is annoying to see, like the whole Ukrainian thing is really annoying because you have a bunch of people who, like, they think they know all there is to know about this situation, and it's like, they don't, you know? Like, oh, man. What the fuck? It's a really complicated situation, and I can't blame Zelensky for being greedy. You know, I can't blame Zelensky for not wanting to give in, for not wanting to, like, for not wanting to give his country up, because that is, in effect, what is being done by sitting here and being like, whoa, hey, just take a deal. Just try and make a deal, or, like, some other shit like that, you know? Obviously, American troops should not be on the ground, alright? Fuck that bullshit. But you get the idea of what I'm saying, I'm sure, you know? Oh, excuse me. That, yeah. Mm-hmm. Nah. Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling it ain't gonna work out for me, you know? I'm doing a better job on Vil counts and shit like that, you know, but it's like I said, there's a certain amount of disconnect that I have.
Kia, Valgara.
Bid fear. Forgere. Bid fear.
Sorry. Yeah, bottom line, Ukraine is not a cut and dry thing, and there's a lot of mental midgets who want to make it into a cut and dry thing where it's like, oh, well, Ukraine is actually bad, because they're siding with the West, and I'm mad at the government. You know, you have people who are like that, and then you also have people who they're like, oh well, Ukraine is good because Russia bad, you know, and it's like it's just stupid, you know. Most people don't actually know anything about it.
Rob Wigger.
Forgere. Рабоге, 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 рабоге.
Actually, no.
Рабоге, рабоге. Bid fear. Erlov, рабоге.
You know, like, at the end of the day, you can't blame someone like Zelensky for not wanting to cede land or power or anything to Russia. You cannot blame the Ukrainian government for not wanting the Russian government to have hegemony over the region. Any attempt to demonize Ukraine, and this include yeah, we're fucked. And this includes Zelensky, by the way. Any attempt to demonize them is like it's just stupid, you know? It's one of those non-conformist, like contrarian just for the sake of it takes that a lot of people like to have, where it's like, actually, I support the bad guy. And Putin is the bad guy, right? He's not the bad guy because he wants Russian dominance or anything like that. He's the bad guy because he's the exact same kind of guy as a lot of the politicians that you dislike, you know? Whether you want to admit that or not, whether you want to feel like that's true or not, it is. It just is, you know? Hit a couple of those, I suppose. It's a lost cause. I might as well just quit now, but I also want to get the practice in, trying to see what I can do to salvage, you know. You know, there's a lot of disingenuousness. There's a lot of people on both sides of it, mind you, who are like pieces of shit. And I'm not a fan of talking about it because even though I have a side that I would prefer to see win, I don't want to be lumped in with all the fucking annoying people, and I also don't want to have to listen to annoying people try and be like, well, but Ukraine used to be part of Russia. It was actually part of Russia for a long time. It's like, oh yeah. America used to be a part of England. America used to be a part of England, and now we're not. Should England come in here and take us back? You know, they tried to fight a war for that, right? There we go. Yeah, he's literally got almost twice as much as I do, and he's a full age ahead of me. It ain't happening. I'm one last hurrah type stuff, you know. I'm gonna see what I can do to, you know, upgrade these guys. I should have created these guys and upgraded them, but I wanted to, you know, be as violent as I could be. Oh man. But yeah, it's a situation where like a lot of people are using a lot of arguments that would never work on them, right? A lot of people in America are using Ukraine as like their surrogate Israel, right? Because that's what happens with a lot of boomers, is like the Zoomers will complain about Israel and the boomers will be like, whoa, hey there, hey, that's our greatest ally. That's our greatest ally you're talking about. I will not have any of that. I won't have any of that Israel slander. They're our greatest ally in the region and in the world, you know. They've never fought a war for us. You know, they never did shit for us. But you know what? I'll be damned if they aren't our greatest ally. What the hell is even going on here? Oh shit. I'm gonna knock that down. Hell yeah. Eat shit, pussy. Actually, no. Take that down, take that down. That was kind of a big win for me. That was kind of a bit. You can fucking what? Did that? Oh no. He didn't. He parked these guys in there. He parked his elite skirms in there is what he did. Okay, so in that case, I'm gonna go there. I'm also going to create more, I suppose. Anyway, well, yeah, like, for a long time it was China. For a long time it was China, you know? the Chi-Coms are controlling our country, right? Like, literally everything, like, Nick Fuentes tier Zoomers were saying about Israel, fucking, oh, I'll hit that now. Everything, like, Nick Fuentes tier Zoomers were saying about Israel, Alex Jones tier Boomers were saying about China, right? And now it's Israel. Now people are like, "What? Why are we giving all this money to Israel? To Israel? Why are we giving all this money to Ukraine? Huh? What have they ever done for us?" And it's like Ukraine actually has done more for us than Israel when it comes down to it. All Israel has ever done is look out for its own interests. Meanwhile, Ukraine is at least destabilizing multiple rivals in the world by being a point of resistance, right? Russia has wasted so many fucking men and so much. He put up a fucking another one. What an asshole! What an asshole, man! What an asshole! That is kind of funny though. He just throws another one up immediately. But
Kid.
Пить фир.
yeah, like you can at least say, well, Ukraine at the very least, Ukraine has like actually been a point of, yeah, fuck it, it's over with. GG, pussy. All right. Anyway. I mute people immediately just because I don't want to have to listen to their bullshit. But yeah, anyway, like Russia is not our friend. The best we can do is peacefully coexist with them. And when I say peacefully coexist, what I mean is basically a second Cold War where espionage is taking place. There's constant bullshit political games that are being played, as well as proxy wars that are taking place where both sides are funded by one of the two that are in this Cold War, right? If you think Russians weren't in Vietnam, sadly mistaken. The Chinese definitely were in Vietnam, right? Like that's the best we could hope for is a second Cold War. So to have Russia directly in a conventional war with another developed country, even if it's not a NATO country, that benefits us because at the end of the day, they are going to be using their manpower as well as their coffers and their resources, both military assets and natural resources, for a war that is not going to really net them much at the end of it, you know? So it's kind of a situation where it's like when there's like pro-Putin shills, it's like, first off, you don't realize Putin doesn't give a fuck about you. Putin literally tried to organize an Antifa conference. You know, the guys that were wearing masks and hitting people with bike locks? People like you? Yeah, he tried to organize one of those with like Iran and China and like some other countries and shit like that. He specifically mentioned he wanted to invade Ukraine because of Nazis. And you can call that a political ploy all you want, but the fact of the matter is he said it out loud. You know? There's You hear that? That's the good argument. That's the good argument meter. It just filled up, and when it fills up, it makes that noise. That was the good argument meter. I made a good argument there. I made a good argument. Bottom line, you know, Scott, if you like building defense games, consider the Fortnite Save the World mode PvE. Though, is Fortnite worth it? I don't know. I don't know if Fortnite's worth it. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. That kind of pisses me off that I lost that game. I 1,000,000% should have won that game, but you know, it is what it is. What you gonna do? I'm trying to figure something out here. The fuck? We got this, yes. Yes, yes. It's crazy how these billion-dollar apps don't fucking work. I'm trying to switch chats on Facebook because I have my profile and then I have like a page that I manage, and fucking I'm just waiting for the messenger to switch accounts, and I'm just like, it's just not happening. It's taking forever and ever. Oh. Fucking 4 lakes. I will go Rootin' Tootins then, just cuz I might as well. Alright, Saracens. So, I'm not in bad shape because the Teutons get good, the Teutons get good, halberders. Alright. I think so. Implants came out if your PC can handle it. I mean, I don't know if my PC can handle it, you know. I don't know nothing about PCs, you know. I watched I can't watch PGL anymore because I just don't have the time to be like listening to, you know, podcasts on that level. But one of the things that I saw on a video recently, a video from Sam and Nick, where they're talking about some shit on PGL, is like not having the time, not having the energy, you know, just not having the bandwidth to give enough of a fuck about computers as to where you're gonna waste your time building one, let alone learning how like they work and shit like that. Like I know basically how they work, you know, but like the idea that I'm gonna waste my time trying to figure out like what the best graphics card is gonna be for what I'm trying to do, it's like that just I am not interested in that at all, you know. Fucking it's just not worth my time. And the reason why I'm explaining this is because like I was talking about how pissed off I was earlier about like how everything with my car went down. And that's exactly why, is because like I said, if I'm not going forward, I'm sliding back. And that's what happens when you're trying to build something. That's what happens when you're trying to be something. Oh, jeez, I'm sitting here yapping and I'm fucking up the game already. That's what happens when you... Ooh, actually, no. No. I need to make one of these. That's what happens when you are trying to be something. You're trying to make something of yourself. And I don't mean like, oh, I'm trying to be an e-boy. You know, like, I don't mean like Fish Tank. I don't mean being some fucking, influencer e-celeb guy. That's not what I'm referring to when I say that. Oh yeah, you know what? I also need... What I mean is, like, if you want to own a business, if you want to, like, do something that's not just a 9-to-5 grind, you don't have the time to be having, like, extraneous hobbies on that level, you know? It's one thing if your hobby literally is, like, computers, you know? You're like, oh, hey, I enjoy computers. I've always had a good time working with them, building them, and stuff like that, you know? But when it's like, oh, I want to build a computer, maybe I should... Yeah. I want a new computer, maybe I should look into building one. It's like, no, maybe I shouldn't. You know? And that's something that I think Brazilians have a hard time understanding. And I'm saying this from having lived with Brazilians and having dealt with Brazilians. They have a hard time with the concept of not having the time for something. You know? They have a hard time with the concept of, like, not wanting to put up with some bullshit. By not wanting to be sidetracked. You know? Oh. Oh, what the fuck?
Jäger.
Oh, that was close. That was a fucking close one. See, I'm not gonna build farms right away. I'm gonna put an extra 2 on wood. Yeah, and all of them should be going to wood. I'm not gonna build any farms for a minute or two. I'm gonna wait until these guys are pretty much done. Luckily, I also have hunt right here, so I can double up on hunt and fishing. If I could just find my other boy. Oh, duh. There's the other boy. There's the other boy, kid. I love how this all loops back to Brazilians. Well, like, what happens with me a lot of the time is something happens in my daily life, and I'm like, oh, this is something good to bitch about. I can bitch about this. And not just bitch and moan, but specifically talk about something that tends to happen a lot of the time, right? In, like, any given whatever, right? Like talking about a type of person, for instance, you know? Damn. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. This guy's already way ahead of me. I'm fucked. I fucked it up, you know? It's like I said, I'm still playing around with this new build order, and, well, it's not even a new build order. I just kind of messed with my old build order a little bit, and because of that, I'm fucked up. But something will usually happen to me in my daily life, and I'll be like, oh, this might be something good to talk about with people, you know? Because that's what I do. I like to talk about shit that I find, like, interesting or annoying or whatever, you know? Hi Ecuador isn't here, or I'd make the joke. I'd be like, you know, annoying like Hi Ecuador, but anyway, there we go. You know, and because of that, I'm just talking about something that happened to me, but I'm not doing a good job of it because I'm so fucking exhausted and I'm multitasking. I'm trying my best to trying my best here to be the Age of Empires guy. One. Damn. Alright, well. Ah, fuck. He is here in our hearts, yes. Sir shit a lot. Yeah, I've been messing around with the build order a little bit, you know? Like, the build order is better, but I'm still not quite there yet. Like, I should have clicked up to feudal a while ago. I should not be 12 minutes in and only halfway to feudal. I'm probably gonna lose this one again too, you know? It wouldn't surprise me, this dude fucking, you know, it wouldn't surprise me one bit, this dude ends up, rushing me with something. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just go straight there. Dang. He's gonna head that way, isn't he? Fuck. I knew it. Alright. It's not the worst. Fuck, excuse me. Alright. You know what? If I feel like I can, I will. I'll go ahead. Yeah, this dude's about to rush me with something. You know, he's way too far ahead of me right now in feudal age for me to like not get rushed. But the good news is once I'm done with these, I can go straight to castle. You know, I just hope I can get done with this so I can create a couple of them. Yeah, a couple of halberders just in case I need them. Damn. You know what? Ooh. You know what? I'm actually... Just so I can get the castle sooner because I'm nervous about this guy. Yes, right to him. Right fucking to him. Yeah, you see, like, I should have been to Castle Age a minute ago. I should not have had to wait that long to get to Castle. And that's my issue, is it's a slightly better build order, but it's tough because wow, really? Damn. Fucking A. Actually, yeah. I'm just gonna pull them off. I got these guys, you know, not in bad shape. It's just annoying more than anything. If I win this, I'd be extremely surprised. This guy's way too far ahead of me. You know, he'll probably hit Castle Age very soon. He'll still be ahead of me. You fucking kidding me? Yeah, this game's kind of disastrous as of right now. Okay. That's a weird one. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so he's rushing with fucking archers. Like, really? Alright, man. Yeah. I don't feel like having a fight. You know, go fuck yourself, pussy. I don't feel like having a fight through that. I'm too tired. I'm too frustrated lately, you know. It's not even a good idea to be playing this game knowing how it makes me feel sometimes, you know. I'd rather, when I get to a point where I'm like, I don't, like, fuck this guy. He's being a bitch about it, you know. Gonna feudal age rush. Like, fuck him. I'm just gonna get out of there. You know, I'll try one more. We'll see what happens, you know. Yeah, I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can pull one out of my ass. You know, it's like I said. I'm still getting used to this. I'm still getting. Yeah, fuck it. We'll go Celts. I'm still getting used to this. To this build order. You know, to this slightly altered build order. You know, ooh, I'm getting closer and closer to not having a positive win-loss anymore. That's not. That's no fun. That's no fun. You know. Oh well. I'm gonna play one more. He's playing fucking Romans. Damn.
Kia. Rob Boogie.
That's actually really bad for me because they get scorpions that are like mad good. You know. I mean, I get good siege too, but like given the way that I prefer to play, you know, it's better for me to have to play against guys that are not going to have really good scorpions. You know. Damn, I got a lot of fucking cows.
Arlev. Rob Boogie.
Kia. Fjedika. To.
Valgra. Rob Boogie.
I keep forgetting I left fish tank up. Right.
Kid. Raboge. Raboge. Fjedika. Folgere. Raboge. Kia. Raboge. Fjedika.
I've not been watching the stream wars, only saw clips on X of the chickens in a house and some girl showing off a sex toy. Oh boy. Sounds like some peak fish tank content. Fucking, I am curious about the chicken house guy. Oh, I'm all set on the girl and her sex toy, you know. Women are like mad gross with it, you know. Like you can't talk about female sexuality in like an honest way. Because if you do, someone will call you gay. But like a lot of women are mad gross with it. Like I'm sorry, but it doesn't turn me on seeing a girl like have like pussy juice on her fingers and like licking it off. That's not hot to me. That's kind of like gross, you know. I don't want to know about that. I don't want to see your sex toys. You know, I don't.
Theodike.
My wife is home. But yeah, like I don't want to see like your sex toys and shit like that. Like I'm not into that type of shit. It's not funny, it's not mysterious cuz that's where it comes from with a lot of women is like this weird belief that like there's some kind of mystical magical properties to just having a pussy, you know, to just being a woman. And it's It's fucking gross, you know? Women are gross, baby. Pussies disgust me. Oh, man. Baby. Go look in the fridge.
Salgara.
I did something. Yeah, you know that neighbor upstairs that's always getting on our nerves? I killed her. She's in the fridge.
Kia.
Come on. Oh man, that was a fucking close one, dude. Holy shit, that scared me.
Arla.
Did you see what that was?
Rabuga.
Yeah, what is it? It's a what's it called? It's a cheesecake. Yeah, I made a cheesecake.
Rabuga.
Wow, that's so cool. Anyway. You're like Claire. Anyway. Yeah. It's supposed to stay in the fridge for 4 hours. I put it in the fridge around 9. Yeah, it's been about 2. What's going on, McGee Videos? How's it going, man? Doing alright? I sure hope so. What am I doing? Damn. You see, like I've said, I'm fucking up in the game. I could have clicked up a lot sooner, but instead I waited what was probably like another 30 seconds to a minute, you know? Because I was like zoned out, you know, talking to my bitch. Again. But yeah. What do you think of medieval MMA? It's Reddit martial arts shit. I don't think like it's fun to watch for a total of like 10 minutes, but you know, outside of that, it's just a bunch of Redditors who like, you know, they want to feel like they're in medieval times or even Renaissance times or whatever times, you know, they're in. Let's see if I can. Come on, yes. There we go. That's really what it is, you know? Like, yeah, it's not fun getting hit with a sword, but, like, let's just be honest here. It's not as dangerous as, like, MMA is, you know? It's still kind of got that piece of, like, oh, we're sword fighting, but haha, it's totally safe. We're not actually getting cut. You know, every once in a great while, somebody might get a concussion, but, you know. So, it can be entertaining. It can be entertaining, right? I'm not trying to be like a hater on it or anything like that, but I'm just being honest. Oh, fuck. Damn it.
Kia.
Alright.
Salgara.
You get your ass over there. You get your ass over there. Anyway. But yeah, you know. I could understand why somebody would enjoy it. It's just, me personally, I'm not like, oh my god, wow, it's like they're knights. You know, that's not my thing. Damn, that's fucking annoying that thing went. It seems like a lot of the time they're drunk and there isn't much skill involved. Well, I mean, it's more that it's a couple of things. For one thing, a sword fight is probably not what you think it is, and two, it's the beginning of a sport. Now, if that sport was taken seriously by a bunch of guys, it would end up developing out, much in the way that MMA has developed. MMA from, 10 years ago is not the same as MMA from now. MMA from 20 years ago isn't even the same as, it's not even the same as MMA from 10 years ago, you know? As time goes on, people tend to figure certain things out. I'm not even saying that people are getting better and better necessarily. It's just that the way things happen, they tend to refine down. And because of that, the level of competition kind of gets bigger. And, oh, nice. Anyway, the level of competition gets bigger.
Salgara.
Gets bigger, it gets higher is what I mean. And you start to see what appears to be more skill, you know. And in a lot of ways it is more skill. In a lot of ways it is more skill, you know. But like if medieval MMA sticks around in a real way, which it won't. I'll tell you right now, it won't. They tried this a little over 10 years ago. M1 Medieval. Look up M1 Medieval. That's like the first like, hey, let's take two knight dudes and throw them in an MMA cage. Excuse me. That was like the first example of that, you know. But like if it was to stick around, you would see the development of it as a sport, and because of that, it would look a lot different 10 years from now. People would be a lot more refined. They'd probably be a little bit more skillful in a certain sense, but in addition to that, they would end up gamifying it as well. That's what happened with things like Kendo and like even MMA is doing the same thing where it's been gamified, you know. Jiu-Jitsu, the reason why Jiu-Jitsu sucks, the reason why MMA sucks, but especially why Jiu-Jitsu sucks lately is because it's been gamified in a way that makes it hard for anybody who actually wants to fight to do well. And that's where butt scooting comes from, is that somebody, some nerd somewhere developed, oh, damn, what the hell? I forgot a boar. I missed a boar. Some nerd somewhere developed a fucking game, right? Where he prefers to do leg locks, and the leg locks that he does, you know, they're gonna require him to be on his butt. So instead of playing the game where he's gotta shoot in for takedowns and then try and find a way to get to his ass, why not just sit right down to your ass? Why wouldn't he just sit right down to his ass and butt scoot forward trying to catch a leg? Right? That's quite literally why dudes butt scoot, is because they're not doing jiu-jitsu, they're playing a game. That's why dudes pull guard, is because they're not even doing jiu-jitsu, they're just playing a game, you know. They don't even really 100% they don't even really 100% do jiu-jitsu the way that you would think, you know. They spend oh, what the fuck, this dude's already at castle? This dude's already at castle? What the fuck? Damn, bro. They don't even do jiu-jitsu in the way that you would think, you know? Like, they spend all day practicing whatever is going to win them gold at a tournament. That's all they care about, you know? And that's why jiu-jitsu tournament guys are the last dudes you should be listening to in terms of the development of jiu-jitsu, because they're not actually trying to develop jiu-jitsu, they're just trying to develop different ways to win tournaments. That's it. And they're doing a really good job of it, right? They are doing a really good job of it, don't get me wrong, but they're not doing what they think they're doing for the sport. They're just further gamifying what was supposed to be a sport that is based off of a martial art, and they are making it more into a game, you know. They're just making it more into a game, you know. It is what it is, you know. It's annoying, but whatever. People are gonna do what they want to do. You know, I started talking about medieval MMA and shit like that, right? And I went into jiu-jitsu, but that's because I was just like giving an example of the gamification of the sports that we know and love, you know, and the same thing will happen to medieval MMA. It like most certainly will, you know, don't doubt that. Oh yeah, duh, what am I doing? Silly me. I need to try my best to win the relic battle, which I'm behind on now. Ooh, whoops. Dummy. You big dummy.
Kia. Kid. Rob Wigger. Fargara. Rob Boyga, Nianaga. Arlo. Rob Boyga.
Erlo, toe. Kjart. Kjart. Bid 4.
Nah, fuck it.
Kjart. Bid 4.
Because I have another one of these coming, I'll send them that way. Yep.
Rob Boyga.
I think LARPing is here to stay though, not medieval MMA. Do you mean like when you say LARPing, you mean the actual activity of live action roleplay? Because if so, then yeah, you know. And I don't even have a problem with LARPing. LARPing's fun. What do you think we were doing for Blood Games? That was literally just a giant LARP. You know, that's what we were doing. What was I gonna say though? But like, you know, in terms of like medieval MMA as a sport, it's like, yeah, I could understand why somebody would find that interesting. But to me personally, it's interesting for all of 5 minutes because how many times can you watch somebody like hit somebody else who has armor on and they're not really being hurt that bad by it? It's kind of the same issue that I have with like the Nurmagomedovs and shit like that, where I don't like how every fight with Habib was the same, you know? Drive him against the cage, take him down, and then just hold him down for, you know, 3 to 5 rounds. That's annoying. It's annoying seeing the same thing over and over and over again. And that's also why I'm kind of pissed off at MMA lately, because even the strikers are the same boring fucking archetype, you know? Higher volume, lower power output, lower commitment, striking. Nobody really putting it all out on the line. Nobody leaving it all in the cage. Nobody really going out there and just like having a barn burner or anything like that, you know? You used to see like Robbie Lawler versus Rory McDonald compared to a lot of the fights that we see today. You would wonder how Rory McDonald and Robbie Lawler are still alive. How they left that fight alive. You would wonder about that, you know? And the reason you would wonder is because like you're sitting here fucking watching these fights today where dudes are like not trying that hard. I got him. That's kind of big at least, but ooh, yeah, okay, so he's got upgrades. I gotta make sure I got upgrades. Like the damage that those guys took, the heart and soul, not just heart, like, oh, he's got a lot of heart, Adrian, not just that, but like the absolute pouring out of who these guys are in the form of the fight that they had was a beautiful thing. Just the way that they both did not want to back down. They both left it all out there. They both took a lot of damage. I'll show you Robbie Lawler's face after a fight that he won against Rory McDonald. I'll show you that after this, right? I like, that's the type of shit just showing it will get me demonetized on YouTube. You don't see those kinds of fights anymore. And if you only got into MMA over the last, like, let's say 3 to 5 years, you would wonder how Rory McDonald and Robbie Lawler are still walking around without, like, without like fucking facial tics or like some other seriously fucked up shit going on with them, you know? And it's because dudes just aren't fighting like that anymore because they don't care to, because it's not about actually fighting, it's about winning the game. That's all it is, you know? And everything has become a piece of that. Everything has become about that, right? Is winning the game. Is this a smart fight for me to take? I need to make sure that it's a fight that I can win. A fight that makes sense, which when somebody says they need to make sure a fight makes sense, what they mean is It's got to be a fight that I can win. I can easily win, right? That's usually what they mean. I literally, like, there's these two dudes in my region, right? They were dudes who were on the upper end of, like, you know, the region in terms of, like, their rank, if you will. It's two dudes. One of them made the UFC, and he got cut after 2 fights. He actually... That's, the based and red pilled meter just hit the roof again. No, but, like, I was training with one of these guys years ago. I knew how good he was. And... Fuck, you see, this is another one of those stories. I start telling it, and then I realize, like, I'm bungling it halfway through. Basically, I literally saw, like, for years, these two dudes in my region who... they were ducking each other. Like, one of them wanted to fight, and then the other one didn't. The other one didn't want to fight, or like it. Bottom line, right? Dudes are choosy. Dudes pick and choose their fights, and it's because it's all about trying to, like, win the game. Is what it is. That's all they want, is to win the game. It's not about fighting anymore. It's about, am I winning the game? And that is annoying and frustrating and stupid, right? But beyond that. It's bad for the sport, and it is bad as a spectator. It makes you not want to watch. You know? Do you think pro wrestling is generally doing better than MMA right now? No, pro wrestling sucks. You know? I guarantee you pro wrestling is not doing better than MMA. I would put any amount of money on that, you know? Yeah, you see, like, I was making a really, really good point. Like, I was saying some really, really good shit that I think was, like, important for me to be saying, you know, and, see about that, I suppose. Alright, come on, baby. But yeah, the bottom line is, like, everything about fighting has become a game. If you compare MMA from 10 years ago to MMA now, you start to see the gamification of MMA around, like, between, say, like, 2013 and 2016 or 17. The gamification of MMA was definitely underway by then, but it was not nearly as bad. And then in addition to that, you still had a lot of these dudes running around who were a part of that era of MMA where it wasn't a fucking game. You weren't picking opponents to try and, like, get easy wins. You weren't doing that shit. You were fighting whoever, right? And when you were fighting, you were actually fighting, you know? That might not be a bad idea. Sorry. Like I said, I want to try and make sure I take this one for real. Okay. But yeah, if you compare the two, the product is simply not the same. And if you are in the MMA world like me, you kind of understand it on a level that a lot of other people don't, because you know what the game is. You know why dudes are playing the game that way. You know, and it's frustrating. It's annoying. As somebody who got into this thinking in more altruistic ways, if I'm being honest with you. You know, I was thinking in terms of, like, oh, dude, I want to be a warrior, dude. I want to be a fucking warrior. That was me, if I'm being honest with you, and it was naive of me, but, yeah, fuck it, I guess I'll go with that. It was naive of me, you know, but, you know, it is what it is, maybe I can talk, maybe I can form a coherent sentence after I'm done losing this game. I'm probably gonna lose this game. Ah, I see he's got his fucking... Damn, that's annoying. See, now what I need is... these. Alright, at least I got some of his manufacturing, and who knows, maybe I'll be able to, you know, probably not, but maybe I'll be able to take down that thing too. Nah, yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. Oh well. Oh well.
Kia.
Rabuga.
Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is immediately start building Trebby boys. We'll build 5 right out the gate.
Erlov. Rabuga. 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 Eat fear.
Oh yeah, damn. I need 800
Kid. Rabuga.
to be able to upgrade these onagers as well. The onagers are going to be important for me to win this, if I am going to win it. Keyword, if. That's a big if. What I think I might do is I might try and clear this out and then put another castle there. Just build a castle wall leading straight to his shit. You know? But we'll see if I can get away with that. Oh, what are you doing? Idiot. No. No, no, no. Yep. Like, are some combat sports not gamified like that? You see, if I try and explain now, right? This game will be over soon. If I try and explain now, I'm gonna do what I've been doing, which is like fucking up, you know? I'm gonna end up like not doing it the way that I want to, not saying what I need to say. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for now, and you know, I'll go ahead and we'll get to that after this, you know. Ah, he's at imp. Damn. But that's making him nervous. That's making him nervous. The fact that I have those trebs, that's making him real nervous, so that's good for me. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, see. Ooh. Might even say bucket and hit a couple of those just to be safe. No, that's not even safe, but you know. Damn. Yeah, that's not good for me.
Tuned.
He's kind of fucking up in the game right now. Literally and figuratively. I don't know what he thinks he's doing here. You know, because it's not the Rams that are doing it for him. It's his infantry, which he just gave up his infantry, you know? Alright. yeah, this definitely ain't good for me. You know, he's kind of pushing me back right now. It's not exactly what I want or need. But if I can hold this, I'll be in all right shape. You know, all things considered, I might not even be like terrible, you know. No, that thing's down. That thing's down. Fuck. Fuck, that thing's down. Damn it. Damn it. Alright, siege onagers, I suppose. Fuck it. Yeah, you see, that's bothering me, is the amount of rams that he's able to get, you know? I'm surprised he's not... In fact, you know what? I'm actually going to bail out on that thing, just because, why not? Bang, bang. Oh, fuck. I needed siege onager. Yeah, this definitely isn't a good thing for me, you know? Why is this thing not... Alright. Oh, what are you doing, you idiot? Get out of there.
Kid, far at Noka. Far at Noka.
Ah, yeah, you know what? He's still probably got me. I think, damn, that's annoying, bro. 0-3. I haven't played that much lately, though, is the issue, you know? So it's really no surprise that I'm not, like, doing amazing. I'm not, like, I haven't been playing for a long time. I took some time, I played a little bit here and there, but overall, I just haven't had the time to be playing as much as I used to. Guess I'll just go there.
Kia,
Rabuga.
Kid. Kia. Erlov, Eid Fear.
Yeah, nah, he's got this.
Kid.
That's annoying. Oh, well. What you gonna do? I'll see what I can do in the meantime, though.
Far at Noiga. Nianaga.
These are onagers. See, the siege onagers will give me quite the boost, because then I won't even necessarily need these like I did, you know? If I can get siege onagers and then also build a ton of scorpions, I could also study chemistry, or I should probably do ballistics. Fuck it. Do chemistry instead. See, I'm gonna have to out-siege this dude, is the thing. And that's gonna be tough because he's playing Romans. Romans get, like, decent siege. You know, he's kind of laying off, which makes me feel like I should be going at him. But, you know, the longer, like he's got those guys and he's got them. I have an answer for them and them. It's those guys that I'm worried about, you know? In which case, I just need more of these bad Larrys. And I am in good shape. Where are you going, you idiot? Where are you going, you big dummy? You big dummy. Oh, you see? That's nerve-wracking. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Damn, that's exactly what I needed right there. Man, oh man. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. What are you idiots doing? Oh man, I might. Wow, this is working out a lot better than it was. This is working out a lot better than I had originally anticipated. Although I'm not saying I'm in good shape. I'm just saying I am surprised at how well this worked. Oh fuck. Oh damn it. Yeah. He's got the fucking Centurions. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Oh boy. Well, GG, bitch. Alright. Yeah. So, anyway. What's a combat sport that you think will pop off soon if MMA is in a bad state? Bare knuckle fighting, probably. That's the only one that I could say would be, like, worth it, I guess you could say. It's like, what's it gonna be? Taekwondo, you know? Bare knuckle boxing is something that people, for the most part, never thought would have been sanctioned in the United States, and it got sanctioned. Kickboxing is still kind of an iffy thing, where like there's actually quite a few states, to my understanding, that don't allow kickboxing in their state. You know, you can have like certain unofficial events and stuff like that, but the second you try and have a sanctioned kickboxing, I almost said match, but event in a certain state, they're going to be like, nah, you know? And a lot of it's down to politics, too. Like, you have Massachusetts, where Muay Thai, a little under 10 years ago, was legalized, if you want to call it that. And before then, you could not have kickboxing in the state of Massachusetts, specifically anything deemed Muay Thai, right? But eventually what happened is they said, well, you can do Southeast Asian kickboxing if you want. Now, what is Southeast Asian kickboxing? Well, Muay Thai is a form of Southeast Asian kickboxing, right? So it's a lot of politics. Kickboxing has a bit of a weird thing going for it in the United States. It's not as popular as it probably could be or even should be. And there's multiple reasons for that. You know, I just got done talking about the politics side of it. But then there's also the fact that a lot of people, they're just not interested in kickboxing. You know, just is what it is. But bare knuckle boxing is something that is novel enough, and it satisfies the brute side of what people want to see in terms of fighting, and it still very much is real. It still very much is a fight. It's not just a game. Right? So if I had to guess, I would say it's going to be bare knuckle boxing. And I mean, that's not like some kind of crazy like prediction. It's actually pretty elementary when you see it. When you think of combat sports in the United States, specifically like combat sports promotions, you tend to think of the UFC, boxing, and then just underneath that is like bare knuckle boxing, pretty much. You know, Conor McGregor just bought into it, but excuse me. Like, are some combat sports not gamified like that? Well, you see, every combat sport is going to be gamified, even if it's not gamified. That's why you get these situations with point sparring, is because I'm sure when karate guys first got together and said, hey, we have too many injuries going on, maybe we should tone down the sparring. Why don't we do whoever gets hit first? Right? Whoever lands the first hit, they'll be the one who wins, right? When they did that, I'm sure they didn't envision what you tend to see, which is like a weird game of tag nowadays. I'm sure they actually envisioned two guys who were like actually really trying to hit each other hard. I'm sure that's what it was, right? It ended up becoming something different, though, because of the way the rule set was, and because of what that allowed for, and then also what people decided they were willing to do to win. They were willing to do some of the weird shit where you see dudes jumping and like reaching and just touching each other, barely even touching each other. It's not even like they're like hot. It's literally like, Oh, just touch him. Literally like that. A lot of these guys decided they were willing to go to those lengths in order to win gold medals at tournaments and things like that. And because of that, that's what you see. You see metas evolve in these combat sports where one guy wins a tournament by doing that weird uh, glorified tag strategy. And after a while, well, people don't like losing. And if you can't beat them, you might as well join them. So here we are now. Karate has the reputation it does, and it deserves the reputation that it has, right? You saw the same thing happening with boxing. If you read one of Jack Dempsey's books, I always forget the name of his books, but there is one book by Jack Dempsey where he talks about sort of the history of boxing as he understood it. And he talked about how for a long time, boxing was about who could effectively kill the other man. Not literally like we're fighting to the death, but the idea is that I am so effective with my hands that I can hurt you so bad that there's really nothing you could do to stop me from killing you after, right? I ring your bell so much that you stumble. You're on ice skates. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. And if I kept pouncing on you, I would have killed you. I hit you with a body shot that was so devastating, it stunned you for enough time for me to follow up and kill you, right? That is what boxing was supposed to signify, right? But somewhere along the line, you had these guys who they decided, well, actually, I mean, hey, when a fight ends after a certain period of time, be it 15 rounds, more or less, whatever, they end up going to the scorecards, and whoever landed more punches, well, they end up winning. So instead of planning around trying to score knockouts, instead of planning around trying to win via simulated kill, why don't we plan around winning via points? And if a knockout comes, fantastic, that's great, but we're not going to be sitting here focusing on that completely and totally anymore. We're more worried about outpointing people. And almost 100 years later, you have Floyd Mayweather, who he's 50-0, and when's the last time he scored a knockout? Right? Now he's been retired for years. You know what I mean by that. You know, when was the last time in his career that he scored a knockout? In fact, out of curiosity, let's look that up right now, right? Let's just go ahead. Let's just go right ahead here. Floyd Mayweather. Right? Let's see here. So, TKO on Conor McGregor. Okay, we're not going to count that one because that was against Conor McGregor, and that was a fucking sham anyway, right? But Andre Berto, unanimous decision. Manny Pacquiao, UD. Marcos Maidana, UD. Majority decision. Unanimous. Oh, there was a KO back in 2011. A KO back in 2011. And then there was unanimous decision. Oh, another TKO in 2007. You see what I'm saying, right? Mayweather was not exactly a knockout artist. I am seeing more KOs and TKOs as I'm going down the line, right? As I'm going down the line, I am seeing more of them. However, also consider the fact that when Mayweather was 12-0 in 1997, he was fighting guys that were taking dives, right? Because that's what journeymen do. They go in there, you know, they throw a couple of punches, you know, maybe they make it look real, right? But they ultimately end up taking a dive. That's what happens. It's not a dive in the way that somebody who was paid to like explicitly take a dive takes a dive, but it's a situation where it's kind of like, look, if you knock out my star, man, I'm never inviting you back here. I'm never giving you another fight on my promotion. And I'm going to tell all the other promoters around here that you don't play ball. So you better not knock my star out. You better not beat my star. It's one of those situations where that's kind of understood. And because of that, when Floyd Mayweather was 12-0 in 1997, of course he's going to be scoring KOs and TKOs and stuff like that. These guys are basically being paid to let him do that to them. So it's kind of a situation where, again, you have dudes like Floyd Mayweather who they're not worried about whether or not you can like seriously kill someone, or at the very least maim them with your bare hands. They're more worried about, well, am I going to win this fight? Right? And is there anything wrong with that? No, not necessarily, but there is kind of a square that needs to be circled, right? Or a circle that needs to be squared. There is a certain circle that needs to be squared when you're looking at dudes who could probably kill somebody easier than Floyd Mayweather could. Floyd Mayweather, considered to be one of, and if not the greatest ever, he is the only one to go 50-0 in his career. And you have dudes who he's beaten who could probably honestly kill somebody with their bare hands a lot easier than he could. And it's because of the way that he fights. Because Floyd Mayweather is not fighting to be effective on that level with his hands. He's fighting to win boxing matches versus some guy who, yeah, he's a journeyman who doesn't get any respect. But when he throws, he's fucking throwing. And he's really trying to take your head off. So if he lands on you, there's a good chance you're gonna end up on your ass, right? That's kind of what the point that I'm making about Floyd Mayweather and boxing in general is a lot of these guys today, and this is why I don't bother watching boxing, because Canelo's just not that interesting to me, if I'm being honest with you. Lomachenko, not that interesting. Tyson Fury, Usyk, all these guys, just not that interesting to me, if I'm being honest with you. And it's because they're not fighting to knock people out. They're fighting because they're like, oh, I want to win this fight, so I'm going to plan on a 12-round fight. I'm going to plan on a 12-round fight, and I'm going to take rounds 4 through 6 off, and then I'll pick it up in round 7 and try and eke out some wins in the rounds. I'll try and, 10-9 rounds. I'll try and get 10-9 rounds from round 7 to 10, and then I can take the last 2 off, right? That's what's happening with these guys nowadays, and it's just fucking, it's annoying. It's annoying, and it's not fun to watch, right? And what you're seeing from MMA is kind of a similar situation where dudes are not training and they're not fighting because they want to KO somebody. They don't want to end up or it's not that they don't want to. It's that that's not their main plan. They're not their main plan is to not go. Their main plan is not to go out there and try and win via KO. Their main plan is to go out there and to try and win via points. And if a KO comes, then fantastic. But if it doesn't, then whatever, right? And again, is there anything wrong with that? Not necessarily, but there is a circle that needs to be squared regarding levels of talent here versus whether or not you're actually able to really damage somebody with your bare hands. And then in addition to that, it's just real fucking boring to watch. It's just so annoying to watch. I don't want to see cards where it's all like majority decisions, split decisions, all that other shit. I don't want to see that. I don't want to fucking see that, And I showed you, I told you guys I'd show you Robbie Lawler, right? Right. I typed in Robbie Lawler lip, right? Look at that. Look at that. This is Robbie Lawler after his fight with Rory McDonald, right? Let's see, and this is Rory McDonald after his fight with Robbie Lawler. Look at that. Fucking look at that, Can you imagine two dudes in modern MMA walking away from a fight looking like this? Can you imagine them looking like this in the middle of a fight anymore? It just doesn't happen. If you took somebody who only started watching MMA like last year and you showed them this fight, Robbie Lawler versus Rory McDonald, and I think that might even be number 2. I think this might have been the rematch between them at this time, now that I think of it. But if you showed them this fight, they would be like, wow, I didn't know that was how it used to be. How are these guys even still walking around? I figured they'd both be dead after a fight like this, Forrest Griffin versus Stephan Bonnar. We watched that on the Fish Tank site one night. We watched that. I remember. That's a fight where it's like those dudes weren't going out there thinking, all right, time to 10-9 my way to victory. They were thinking, no, I got to put this guy down. I got to leave no doubt. I got to make sure that the judges are not going to be a factor because this is my big shot. This is my big break. I'm gonna get a UFC contract. Let's fucking do this. Let's get this shit, you know? The gamification of MMA has ruined MMA. I am not as interested in MMA as a sport as I used to be. And I'm not saying that I never watch it. Obviously, I still do watch parties with you guys, but it's got to be for a very, very specific reason. And even a lot of the fighters that I used to really enjoy, I'm just like, "Ugh, now, you know, like you got Valentina Shevchenko, right? I used to really like her. I'm not interested in her anymore. Excuse me. And it's because you're not seeing some of the really cool shit that you used to see back then. You know, back in the day with her, you know. It's just annoying, you know. It's fucking annoying. You know. Whatever though. Whatever. The closest thing to a combat sport that has not been gamified, I will say this, is probably BKFC. And the reason why is because the gamification that is taking place right now is the right kind of gamification, if it makes sense. Like for instance, I watched Jack Grady versus Lardy Navarro. Those are two guys that I actually know. I was at the tryout that they were both at. They fought kind of recently, within the last month or two. And you saw that Jack Grady had a very specific plan. It was to get in close, utilize the clinch, and really just pressure Lardy Navarro, right? Now, Lardy had a different game plan. Both of their game plans revolved around trying to take the fight to the other guy and win via knockout. But they both had different ways that they were going to do that within the rule set of BKFC. And that was an exciting fight. It actually won Fight of the Night. I'm pretty proud of both of those guys. They both did great. But like that's the closest thing to a combat sport that has not been gamified. And it's not because it hasn't been gamified at all. It's because the gamification that has taken place has not compromised the integrity of what we're here doing, right? It's not unsportsmanlike. And that's kind of, you know, not to bring this back to AoE, but like that's the reason why I get so pissed off at castle drops and certain other moves that people will pull, is because it's unsportsmanlike, you know? At the end of the day, we're here because we want to see two gladiators leaving it all in the octagon or the ring or the wherever we happen to be. We want to see two guys who are competing. We don't want to see two guys who are nerding out via like the rule set. We don't want to see two guys who have like deconstructed a certain position or a certain area of the cage or a certain spot that they might end up in. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see nerd shit meticulously like going over the rule set to see if you can grab a certain way or whatever. We don't want to see that. We want to see two guys who are like, hey, I'm the batter man and I'm going to show this. And let's fucking go. That's what we want to see. And that's why MMA sucks, is because the nerds took over, right? You have a lot of guys who they are nerd coaches. They are guys who a lot of them never really fought competitively. And the ones that did, they had like a couple of fights and they decided it wasn't for them, and they decided what they would do is they would like try and revolutionize the coaching game. And because of that, they made it more about themselves almost, you know. John Danaher makes it more about himself than he does like actually fucking coaching people and shit like that. And it's just so stupid, you know. Nerds ruined combat sports. Nerds ruin combat sports. They ruined jiu-jitsu, and they are also ruining MMA. That's just the way that it is. And now you have boring fights with boring guys who they have game plans that they never, under any circumstances, deviate from, even if it's not working for them. They just keep on doing the same game plan that's not working for them, hoping that it's going to end up working for them. That's the way that they are. And it's just not fun. I don't want to be involved in that. You know, that's not what I wanted to get involved in. Fucking, and that's why, like, I've changed my tune about the idea of trying to be, like, a pro fighter. Like, if I fought again, I'd probably go pro just so that I can say that I went pro, right? But like the idea of me being a pro fighter who his career is MMA, I don't want to be involved in something that's fake. And MMA is fake nowadays. And I don't mean WWE fake. I mean it's fake in the way that I just described. You got dudes, they're being very picky and choosy about who they fight because it's not about actually fighting, it's about winning fights. And they're gonna see if they can make the fight last all 15 or 25 minutes. And if they score a knockout, great, but that's not explicitly what they're going out there to do. They're going out there really to 10-9 their way to a victory. And then you, again, have coaches who, instead of being like, hey, here's how you're going to win the fight, they're like, here's how you're going to hold them against the cage for 15 minutes because that's our game plan versus this guy because we don't want to have to deal with his striking or whatever, right? I'm looking at you, Holly Holm. Fucking, I still remember the last Holly Holm fight I watched. It was like either just before or it was during COVID, and it was just the dumbest thing because we sat there. I was with a dude that I was training with and some of his buddies. We sat there for 15 minutes just watching her hold the other chick up against the cage, throwing a knee every once in a while, and we were just like, "What the fuck is this? What are we watching right now? What is going on here?" It was a Conor McGregor card, actually, now that I think of it. It was Conor McGregor versus Cowboy Cerrone. Fucking, that was awful. That was awful. And I blame Jackson Wink for that one. I don't blame Holly Holm. I blame Jackson Wink for that one because they were the ones who were like, okay, we don't want to have to deal with her striking or her grappling. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the initiative. You're going to put her up against the cage and you're just going to hold her there. And that's how we're going to win. That's how we're going to win. 15 minutes of pushing someone up against a wall and doing nothing else. That's it. That's it. You know, it ruined it. It ruined it. And I don't want to be involved in that. You know, if somebody at my gym wants to be involved in that, at the very least, I know what it is now. So I know what I have to do to coach somebody up so that they don't get taken advantage of in that way, right? So that they don't go into a fight thinking, let's be a sportsman, while the other guy is thinking, let's be unsportsmanlike, right? At the very least, I know now. But when I was getting into it, when I was fighting, I didn't know. And because of that, I got taken advantage of. And I don't want to be involved in that. I don't want to be in a situation like that, you know? Fuck that bullshit. I hear bare knuckle boxing is safer than using gloves because it's better to hurt your hands than your head. I mean, we can't really say that for sure. You know, there's been, it's just like with MMA, right? MMA versus boxing and kickboxing. Boxing has been around for years and years and years and years in its current form. You can go back to the 30s, you know, I think potentially even the 20s, maybe even earlier than that, right? And you can see examples of modern boxing, right? So to compare that to something that's really only been around since like the early 90s, or if you want to consider like Pancrase or you know, Vale Tudo in fucking Brazil, something that has not been as prominent as boxing has been worldwide, it's not really fair to do, you know? Saying that bare knuckle is safer than boxing, I mean, it's a tagline. It's a tagline for BKFC, BYB, any other bare knuckle boxing promotion that comes up. You know, it's a way for them to be like, actually, our sport is better. Fucking I literally saw the moment somebody died. When watching BKFC one day. It wasn't literally the moment they died, but it might as well have been the moment they died because you could just tell it was a stiff knockout. The guy got knocked out stiff, and then he landed on his head after he was knocked out stiff. So there was clearly some kind of brain or neck injury. He immediately started seizing up. They had to carry him out on a stretcher, and he ended up paralyzed on one side of his body. So there was some kind of TBE or spinal injury that caused him to be paralyzed on one side of his body. And then later on in the hospital, he would end up dying. So effectively, the moment he died, right, effectively, it was when he ended up fighting in BKFC. BKFC has been around for what's it been, like 6 years, I think? 6 or 7 years, somewhere around there, and there's already been one fatality. That's not really good, if I'm just being honest with you. It's not really good. That's not great numbers, you know. We're not talking a sport that is worldwide. We're talking one promotion that has been around for 7 years has already had one fatality. There isn't a lot of there is not a lot of bare knuckle boxing in the world today. You know. You know. Yeah, it's not Jake Thornton. I'm sure they probably tried to scrub this. Yep.
Is bare knuckle
So yeah.
boxing too dangerous of a sport?
Bang.
In the wake of a fighter's
remember
recent
seeing
death,
this,
that's the exact question we're going to be
and then he
talking
just
about in this
immediately
video.
falls on his
Welcome
head.
back, everybody.
So
I'm Dr.
maybe he didn't get knocked out stiff, but the idea is he fell on his head and he just immediately started seizing up at that point. Like as soon as you saw it, you knew something was up. Something was up, man. You just knew it. You just fucking knew it, you know? Have you watched beach wrestling before? Nah, I haven't seen beach wrestling. Pride is the only MMA organization in history that was honestly better than the UFC at one point in time. Oh yeah, for sure, you know. But the thing is, like, a lot of other, like, here's one of the secrets about the UFC. The UFC has rarely ever had its own homegrown talent. It's had a few guys like the Chuck Liddells, Tito Ortiz, you know, and there's GSP, right? And there's a few more guys who they were with the promotion and they stayed with the promotion. But a lot of the guys that we think of when we think of all-time greats, they came from Pride. They were picked up by the UFC after Pride dissolved. WEC, right? Uriah Faber was from WEC. Jose Aldo, considered to be one of the best to ever do it, from WEC. Dominic Cruz, WEC, right? You had Strikeforce as well. Ronda Rousey, the Diaz brothers, Robbie Lawler. He was a Strikeforce guy. You had a lot of different guys that when these other MMA promotions went under, for whatever reason they went under, they got taken from their promotion and put into the UFC. And that's all of a sudden when they became the best ever, according to Dana White, right? When they were outside the UFC, no big deal. Yeah, they're not that good. He's not that good. He doesn't even sell pay-per-view tickets, blah, blah, blah. When Dana gets them from Strikeforce, all of a sudden they're the best ever. And of course he's going to be like that. Why wouldn't he be like that, right? Of course he'd be a bad businessman if he was not going to try and undersell the competition and oversell his corporation and his guys, right? He'd be doing a bad job as a businessman as well as a promoter, okay? But it's still like it's just ridiculous to see, you know. There's so many, and I mean so many fucking people that they came from other top tier organizations that, for one reason or another, they just went under, you know. Daniel Cormier. Fucking Daniel Cormier was a Strikeforce guy. And a lot of these organizations, they specialized in different things, you know, like you had Strikeforce where they allowed women's MMA. That's where you got Cyborg. That's where you got Gina Carano. You know, and like I said, Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate. These women all came from Strikeforce. WEC was known for having like 155, 145, 135, right? Because the UFC for a while, they didn't even have a 155-pound division, I don't think. Cowboy Cerrone, right? Donald Cerrone, he was a WEC guy, right? Just as an example. So many names that we associate with the UFC actually came from other organizations back when the UFC did not want to touch certain products like women's MMA. All of a sudden he wants women's MMA because Ronda Rousey is a pay-per-view draw, so now we have to deal with fucking bullshit fights by women who are not really that good at the sport. you know, because Dana White saw Ronda Rousey and he's like, oh, I don't want to miss out on that cash cow. And because of that, when Strikeforce got bought by the UFC, he brought over women's MMA stars and shit like that, you know. WEC again, right? Lighter weight classes when Dana was focusing more on like, you know, 170, 185, light heavyweight, you know, things like that. What was Pride was just Pride, you know. Pride was just Pride. Just, you know, there's some politics behind it that, like, I'm not saying like it's esoteric knowledge or anything like that. It's, you know, you can fucking Google it. But if you weren't around at that time, if you weren't aware at that time, you would not know, you know. You would just not know, you know. But yeah, I should probably get out of here, guys. I didn't even want to be streaming for this long. I wanted it to be a quick 2-hour stream. Not that I'm mad about that, all right? I'm always happy to stream for longer than 2 hours. But, you know, as of late, I've been just dealing with a lot of shit, as you guys know. Because of that, I don't want to give up the schedule. I don't want to skip the night I'm supposed to be streaming. But I figure it's probably better for me to keep these shorter as of late. So I will go ahead and I will, excuse me. I just saw a super chat from Butt, you know. I just saw a super chat from Butt, who I'm not sure if he's here. He sent me $10 and it said, "Media lies for 40 years. At least they still have full trust and let them control their thoughts. Wake up, sheeple." Oh man, I hope I read that when he sent that in. I hope I didn't neglect to read that. For some reason, like, my shit does not want to work. I don't know why. But anyway, yeah, I gotta figure that out so that my donations actually, like, go through again. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. All right, love you guys. Oh, what's going on, But? Yeah, sorry if I didn't read that last one that you sent me. Sorry if I didn't read that last super chat you sent me a couple of days ago. I forget if I saw it and read it or not, you know. Sorry about that, man. Sorry if I didn't. But yeah, I'm going to head out though. All right. Thank you guys so much. I will catch you later. Peace out.